Hey, this is Pastor Terry Newman, and this is A Spark for the Heart. I know you have really enjoyed Brother Ken Mayo's teaching about being in a pit. And just to kind of reflect a moment, it's every one of us go through life's journey. And in that journey, we come across potholes, we come across everything that seems to get in our way of success or whatever we may be in pursuit of. But I just want you to be encouraged as you have listened to these. Go back and listen to them again. Let them speak again to your heart. But just always remember that no matter where you are and what pit you may find yourself in, you've got somebody who will not only get in the pit with you, but they'll help you get out. May God bless you. We love you, and have a great day.
Life is the pits. Either you're in the pits, or you're trying to get out of the pits, or maybe you're trying to push somebody in the pits. But life is all about the pits. We were talking about Daniel and how Daniel was lied about and how they accused him of being a traitor when the truth of the matter is he wasn't, yet they threw him in the pits. Daniel could have been discouraged, but in chapter 1, verse 8, long before this happened, God said, "Don't be afraid, for I will deliver you." Long before Daniel was thrown in the pit, the promise was he would be delivered out of the pit. The same thing could be said of Joseph. Remember, Joseph was thrown in the pit. Several times he was thrown in the pit. Yet the promise of God to Daniel through dreams was that he would be delivered, that he would be the deliverer as the sheaves were bowing down to the other sheaves. God had promised Daniel that he would be delivered. Daniel was the same way. Daniel was thrown in the lion's den, and it seemed like it was all over. Yet God had promised Daniel that 70 years' time was up, and it was time for the deliverance of Israel. And so after 70 years, it couldn't end right there. But now it was time for God to deliver Daniel out of the lion's mouth. You see, when we think that it's the end, when we see life as tragic and it's over and that there's no hope and that life is not ever going to get any better, we need to remember that the promise of God to us is, "I will never leave you, I will never forsake you, but I will be with you till the very ends of the earth." That's what God has promised us. Can I leave with you one other pit promise? And that was this of Jesus himself. You see, Jesus was thrown into a pit. It wasn't his fault. He could have pointed his finger at the Romans. He could have pointed his finger at the Jews. He could have pointed his finger at a number of people as to why it was that he was thrown into that grave. It wasn't his fault. But it was God's divine plan for him to be there. You see, it seemed like Jesus' life was out of control. It seemed to Jesus like maybe his father was turning his own back on him. It seemed to Jesus like his best friends were turning their back on him. It seemed to Jesus like maybe things weren't working out the best for him. But can I tell you that his Father had not forsaken him? Can I tell you that this was just simply God working out his plan in the life of Jesus so that all of mankind could be redeemed? It wasn't the end of Jesus, it was just the beginning of the church. So when life looks like we're in the pit and it's about over, don't see it that way. Look at it as the beginning of something new that God is about to do. Look at it as the greatest thing that God is going to do in your life. Life is not over. It's not the pit. It's not the end. It's just the beginning of what God is wanting to do in your life.
We hope you enjoyed and were ministered to by A Spark for the Heart with Terry Newman. A Spark for the Heart is a ministry of Crystal Hill Assembly of God in North Little Rock, Arkansas. We invite you to subscribe to our channel, watch past devotionals, and visit our website and social media pages.